Let me tell you a story. Not a love story, because this isn't one of those. It's a story about love, yes, but also about expectations, reality, and the messy, beautiful chaos of human connection. This is the story of a boy who believed in destiny and a girl who didn't. A story of 500 days that changed everything. Once upon a time, there was a boy. He was a dreamer, a romantic, someone who believed in the idea of the one. He thought love was like the movies, perfect, magical, and destined. And then there was a girl. She was different. She didn't believe in fate or soulmates. She was practical, independent, and saw love as something that just happened or didn't. The boy worked at a greeting card company, writing sentimental messages about love and happiness, even though he wasn't entirely sure he believed in them himself. The girl was his boss's new assistant. She had a smile that could light up a room, and from the moment he saw her, he was convinced she was the one he'd been waiting for. Their story began slowly. They became friends, bonding over music and shared moments. The boy was smitten, but the girl was cautious. She made it clear from the start. She wasn't looking for anything serious. But the boy, he didn't listen. He saw what he wanted to see. He saw hope, possibility, and a future. They spent days together, laughing, talking, and sharing pieces of their lives. There were moments that felt magical. Dancing in an IKEA store, singing in the middle of the street, and late-night conversations that made the world feel small. To the boy, it was love. To the girl, it was nice, but not love. As the days turned into weeks, the boy's feelings grew deeper. He saw every moment as a sign that they were meant to be. But the girl, she remained distant, emotionally guarded. She cared for him, but not in the way he wanted, and that's where the cracks began to show. There were moments of joy, yes, but also moments of confusion and heartache. The boy would overanalyze every word, every gesture, trying to find meaning where there wasn't any. The girl, on the other hand, was honest about her feelings, or lack thereof. But the boy didn't want to hear it. He was too busy living in his own version of the story. And then it happened. The girl ended things. She told him she didn't feel the same way, that she didn't see a future together. The boy was devastated. His world crumbled. How could this be? He had been so sure they were meant to be together. He replayed every moment, every memory, trying to figure out where he went wrong. He became bitter, angry, and lost. He blamed her for leading him on, for not feeling the way he did. But deep down, he knew the truth. He had built her up in his mind, turning her into something she never was. She was just a girl, not the fairy tale ending he had imagined. Time passed. The boy tried to move on, but it wasn't easy. He avoided places that reminded him of her, songs they had listened to together, even the color blue because it reminded him of her eyes. But life has a way of forcing you to face things, whether you're ready or not. One day he ran into her again. She was different, happier, lighter. And then he saw it, a ring on her finger. She was engaged to someone else. In that moment, something shifted. He realized that she wasn't the villain in his story. She was just a person, living her life, making her choices. And he had been holding on to something that was never real. The boy learned something important during those 500 days. Love isn't about destiny or fate. It's about two people choosing each other every day. It's about reality, not fantasy. And sometimes the person you think is the one is just someone who helps you grow, who teaches you what you really want. In the end, the boy found himself again. He rediscovered his passion, his dreams, and his belief in love. But this time, it was different. It wasn't about finding the one. It was about being the best version of himself, ready to meet someone who would choose him as much as he chose them. So, what's the moral of the story? Maybe it's this: love is messy, unpredictable, and rarely goes the way we plan. But that's what makes it real. It's not about finding the perfect person. It's about seeing someone for who they truly are and letting them see you too. And as for the boy and the girl, well, their story didn't have a happy ending, but it did have a new beginning, and sometimes that's enough.